Welcome to our 5 on 5. Pleased to welcome back Lisa Mensah. She is, of course, the president and CEO of the Oregon Community Foundation, also called OCF. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Craig.
Welcome back. I know, as I said, so many of our viewers are familiar with OCF. It's been around 51 years. How could they not be? But just in case people don't know, what exactly does OCF do? And maybe specifically, what do you guys do down here in Southern Oregon?
Well, we are one of the country's few statewide community foundations. So that means we pool donations from people all over the state and beyond, and we make grants throughout Oregon. We made over $225 million of grants last year in all 36 counties. And we have an office right here in Medford. We have offices in 5 locations. So we like to think of ourselves as a statewide but local foundation.
And I think, you and I have talked about it before. Project Turnkey, this big statewide initiative, especially in these fire-ravaged communities like ours, is something OCF is very involved in. Can you give us an update on Project Turnkey and anything else you want to speak specifically to happening here?
Thanks for asking about Project Turnkey. It's a project we helped the state of Oregon with. And it was $125 million of the state of Oregon's money, our own taxpayers' money, to actually make a difference in supportive housing around the state. We had 32 sites. It's an unusual project for us because typically we are raising money from private donors. And in this case, we helped the state. But you know what we had in our back pocket? We had relationships in all these communities, including right here, where we could help local nonprofits convert unused motels, hotels into supportive housing. It made such a huge difference, a 30% difference in the amount of beds available for really vulnerable people at a time that were post-fire, sometimes fleeing domestic violence, sometimes homelessness. So we're really proud of that work. It was an opportunity for us to do something big and kind of just lean into what we really do best, which is make partnerships that make good change.
Yeah, and working with the state on that's obviously, like you said, a huge project.
A huge project, and we're proud that we did it well. Yeah.
Very, very good. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Much more with Lisa in a moment.
Thanks.
Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Lisa Mensah, the president and CEO of the Oregon Community Foundation. You were born and raised in Oregon, spending much of your career actually back east before coming back 2 years ago for this job. How much did Oregon change when you were gone?
Boy, about 2 million people added.
So not that anyone's keeping track.
A lot of people. So lots of growth. But here's what I'm also finding. Same good spirit, same kind of people I grew up with, people that believe in hope, believe you can change things, you can make your lives better for you and your neighbors, even after a crisis. So lots of growth, lots more people here, but it's still a state that sets the pattern for big things that can change, whether it's just like we talked about, Craig, Project Turnkey. We're kind of a national model now for things like that we don't have to leave our unused buildings. We can reconvert them using state funds. So I love that Oregon's a pathbreaker. I love the spirit of hope. I love the neighbor spirit that's here. And it's kind of what brought me back.
And in the role, maybe what's been the biggest surprise for you in your 2 years?
I love that question. The biggest surprise is that we are viewed back east as kind of a state in conflict. Portland's in conflict, East doesn't like West, and I actually found that completely not true. I found an absolute joint sense of what we should be working on. This morning we just had a board meeting. All Oregonians care about their groundwater. Sure, it's hard and thorny, but we agree that we got to protect these key resources so that we can all have. We all know we need housing. We want our kids to live in our neighborhoods. So when you have things like that, I just saw a powerful program here called New Spirit Village, home ownership. Home ownership for very low-income people. And that's the surprise to me, that we agree. We agree on these things. We're not, some fractured, divided, polarized place. And I think that makes me really happy to lead a foundation that really wants to lean in and work on these issues.
That certainly does help in your position
to
have that agreement. Real quick, we're running out of time, but I understand you're about to go into a retreat with 150 volunteers, community leaders, donors. Tell us about this.
Yeah. If there's one word to remember about Oregon Community Foundation, it's partnerships. And it's partnerships not only with our grantees or just with our donors, but it's with hundreds of volunteers. They serve on committees. We have leadership councils in 8 regions, and we bring all of them together every 2 years. We all go to Sun River, and we're going to spend 2 days together learning about our key initiatives, thinking about how we can inspire more giving, and really setting the stage for the next couple of years of work together. It's also lots of fun to be together from different corners of our state around a common project, which is making Oregon thrive.
Well, with so much going on at OCF, it's always great to see you to break it down for us. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
coming.
Craig. Appreciate it.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.